Walmart is so low vibrational, it don't make no sense.
Milk, you're just going to tear your bowels right out of your backside. Psychiatrist or a therapist right now. So I Googled. I had a taste for some cheese dip. Let's go to the grocery store real quick. I decided to grab some bacon bits for my cucumber salad because who goes to the grocery store and only get what they need? And this place got a whole lot of noodles. It's kind of weird to me. And I like to use Italian sausage in my cheese dip because it just makes it taste better. And then I needed to run over there and get some creamer for my coffee because I was almost out. I couldn't believe I let myself almost run out of creamer. And we always hollering about we don't need a man, but who's gonna pick up that big old case of water? I'm gonna just grab the 6-pack. It's just, I like to make the white cheese dip with the Philadelphia cream cheese because it's just better. I like that. And I always grab a little tablet every time I go to the store because why not? You never know what you might need it right now. And now it's time to check out, which is possibly the worst part of grocery shopping. And let me make sure I grab my receipt because they're not about to football tackle me on the way out. I don't understand why I always buy the roll of sausage knowing I hate to peel it out of that little plastic thing. But anyways, we're going to make this cheese dip. Just brown up your sausage, season it until your ancestors tell you to stop. And then we're going to start a water bath. I remember when I was in home ec back in high school and one of the teachers was like, when I was making some cheese dip, she was like, you need a water bath. I was like, what? Why would I need a bath to make some cheese dip? Like... Anyways, I did get a little block of, it was the Easy Melt, y'all. It was the Easy Melt white cheese. I'm on a budget. Anyways, so I'm going to add my Rotel in there. I'm going to put in some butter because butter just makes it taste better. I like the taste of butter in any type of cheese dip. It can be the yellow cheese, the white cheese. It don't matter. I like to thin it out with some chicken broth because why would you use milk? You're just going to tear your bowels right out of your backside. Don't just... thin it out with some chicken broth. Anyways, stir it up, and then we are going to add a little bit of pico de gallo. Is that what they call it? Pico? Is that how you say it? Pico de gallo? I heard this show was good. Anyways, follow me. Let's do a quick little skincare routine. I just use regular oil-free Neutrogena acne wash because it works for me. I like to pat it into the skin like how you do a little piano pat, you know. And I like to wipe it off because every time I splash water in my face, my shirt get wet, and I'll be damned, it still got wet. Anyways, we're just going to use a little e.l.f. toner. I'm going to pour that onto a cotton pad and I got it everywhere. It just went everywhere. Let's just keep it moving. Wipe that. I'm so upset about that mess. Let it air dry, and then we're going to use the Neutrogena Hydra Boost moisturizer. I like the little moisturizer. It's really good. This is the Ruby Kisses lip scrub. I got that from the beauty supply store. It's really soft, gentle. It don't feel like you scraping your lips off your face whenever you use it. That's what the sugar consistency of it is, if you can see that. And just rub it in. The video is sped up, so I'm not rubbing like super hard. The video just sped up. And then wipe that off. And then I like to sleep in a lip mask. This is from Moray. I got this off of Amazon. It was $30. $30. Yeah. Every night. It's going on my mouth every night. But that's what it looked like. It come with this little applicator. I put that, and I don't even know. I just be wanting it to be perfect, like I'm going somewhere, knowing good and well I ain't going nowhere. But I be wearing it everywhere because I just like the consistency of it. But that's it. Anyways, follow me. It's Taco Tuesday, so I decided to make some tacos, right? So I got the regular ground beef and not the one in the roll because I hate putting it in there. And then I was so hungry, I started seasoning the meat before I broke it up. And I just feel like when you season it before you break it up, you might season it a little bit too much and then it end up being salty. So yeah, and I got me a little meat grinder little tool while I was at the grocery store that I probably should have left at the grocery store because I feel like you can just do so much better with a spoon. I mean, it's the same thing, but it was a waste of $5.31. But yeah, drain the meat, and then I went off of the instructions on the package with the water, which is something that I normally don't even do, but it said 3/4 cups of water, and I just feel like it made it to where you really couldn't taste the taco seasoning. It could just be me, but I don't know. It just seemed like it was just too much water, and it said to bring it to a simmer, so there's the simmer. I brought it to a simmer, and I always add extra, little razzle dazzle to my taco meat. I like to put the salsa into the meat, like cook it into the meat. Maybe that make it taste better. I like to put the little chunky picante sauce in there because I just like it, and I feel like I didn't put enough, or maybe it was just too much water. I don't know which one it is. I felt like this whole entire Taco Tuesday was a fail, and we're gonna get to that at the end. But anyways, so I like to fry up my own shells because the ones that come in the box, it's just not the same when you fry up your own. And I like to use the corn tortillas because I feel like it just tastes more like tortillas. And I had got these little stand things, little taco stand things. It was like $3 and some change, and it really did help because usually they just be all flat and all over the place. But yeah, so I don't know. It just was not the same today. I don't know if I'm missing something. I probably should have watched the YouTube video first, but I had my cheese, my lettuce. I use pico de gallo as, you know, my tomatoes and all that other stuff. And then I put more salsa on top. And then I realized that I forgot the fucking sour cream. I'm so mad at myself. Bottoms up. Good morning. Finna go to the grocery store and get that sour cream that I forgot yesterday. My hair is a mess. Oh my God. Then I decided to go over here and get some cheese and some picante sauce because I was almost out. Like, who goes to the store and only gets what they need? Let's be for real. Okay, so now that we have those goods secured, let's go get some coffee at home. But first, I decided to stop at the gas station to get something to drink with my tacos, and I decided to get a Monster so that I can get a little bit of energy, and it didn't even work. Stay tuned. You'll see why in a minute. And I had all these plans to do all these things, but I just didn't feel like it, so I just laid on the couch and took a nap.
And honestly, my page wasn't even bad. My page wasn't even bad.
So I cord cut an old fling last night, and I didn't think that it was going to have any physical effects because it was an old fling. Like, I'm like, surely, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't do much of anything. Girl, this shit put me on my ass. I've been on this couch. I done had a headache out of this world. Yeah. Every time I try to get up and do something, it's a fail. It's a whole fail. So I'm gonna try to get up and clean up, and I need to wash the dishes and do the laundry. I'm gonna try to do that, and if I can't get it done, then it's just gonna have to wait until tomorrow. But just know, if you cord cut somebody, go ahead on and clear your schedule out, because you never know what the physical effects might be after that. My headache went away, but I'm still fucking tired as hell. Fatigued as hell. So I've been in San Antonio for almost 8 months, and I finally found a black-owned wing spot that I can add to my list of staple restaurants. I got the Roxy flavor, which is honey mustard and ranch, and then I got the hot honey lemon pepper. It was so fire. It put me right to sleep. Follow me.
Looking now in for me, I ain't got it. My bitch skimming.
It's time for din din, and cucumber salad is for the win-win. That was so lame, but whatever. Sprinkle you on some bacon bits and then add in a little bit of tahini seasoning. Is that how you say it? Somebody comment down below and let me know. Then we're going to sprinkle on a little bit of cheese, add a little bit of ranch dressing or a lot of bit, and that's all there is to it. Follow me.
I ain't just talking, I'm doing it. Skim it. No one.
Oh, I've been waiting for this.
Oh boy, I've been waiting for this. What's up?
So I'm not able to go to like a psychiatrist or a therapist right now. So I Googled ways that you can deal with depression and anxiety without having to go to a therapist or a psychiatrist. And I ran across a little post on Reddit that said a supplement called L-theanine or L-thionine helps because it increases the levels of serotonin and dopamine in the brain, whatever that means. But I decided to give it a try. I went and bought these. And baby, they ain't cheap. This was a $20 bottle. You probably can find it cheaper somewhere else, but it says on the bottle that it helps with relaxation. So I take one every night before I go to bed, and it does help. I was around here singing and just happy, and I didn't even realize it. Like, I was like, dang, in the last 3 days, I just been happy, just not even anxious about anything. So yeah, you probably can find it cheaper somewhere else. I got mine from HEB, but give it a try if you're not able to go to a therapist or a psychiatrist. Good morning, or evening, or nighttime, or whenever it is that you are catching this vlog. This one is going to be a long one. I know this is on TikTok. I'm going to split it up into two and put it on YouTube. But anywho, I know they always say, you know, post short form content when you're first starting off on TikTok, but I never do what everybody else do. So yeah, this is going to be a long one. This is just a little day in the life, you know, start every morning off with coffee. Per huge, that is my usual, and I like to see people make their coffee, so I'm making coffee and I'm letting everybody else see it. I saw a post on Reddit that said this little combination of supplements right here helps with energy, so I've been trying it. And then I decided to watch a little bit of Payton because I am a PayPal. And then I decided to get a little bit of laundry done because it's Friday and it needed to get done. Ooh, child, I am looking like somebody's mom. I'm not gonna say I'm looking like somebody's grandma, even though it is what I'm looking like. I'm looking like somebody's mama. You can't be around here claiming to look like nobody's grandma when you have a child that is an adult. Then you'll end up being somebody's grandma. I mean, she's an adult, but she's a senior in high school, so you know she's an adult, but she's not an adult. But anyways, I decided to get a little bit of editing done. Head on over to my YouTube channel. Support me there. And then it was time for me to put those clothes from the washing machine into the dryer because if I didn't do it right then and there, it would not get done. And my days of letting my clothes spoil in the washing machine are over. I completely hate static electricity, so I use dang near half the box of dryer sheets. Anyways, so I did a floor wash the other day, and I always like to return the remnants of that to nature. I feel like whenever you deposit into the universe, you are able to withdraw, and the amount that you deposit is how much you withdraw. So I always just try to return the remnants of, you know, any herbal wash that you use back to nature. I like to nurture my inner child. When I was a kid, I used to love to swing, and so I decided to swing a little bit. And then I stopped by Walmart so I can grab a clip-on light so I can upgrade my little content. And I decided to mosey on over to HEB, and they were having a seafood boil outside the store. I just could not believe it. I needed to grab some ingredients to make a cucumber salad. And who goes to the grocery store and only grabs what they need? I know I don't. And I got tired of having to run back to the store to grab water. So I stopped getting the 6-pack and I just went on ahead and got the big old pack. You saw I was struggling with it. And I could smell that seafood boil inside the store. So I decided to go ahead on and grab a shrimp plate. And baby, it was fire. So I get all the way home after buying my little light, thinking I'm finna upgrade my content or whatever. And this is what it looked like on the back. The light's not even in there. Now I see why at every Walmart in Texas, it don't matter if it's on a good side of town or a bad side of town or whatever, it's a lot of stuff behind the glass. And now I see why. Like, I'm not really irritated. I have calmed myself down. It is what it is, but I am about to take this right on back up here. And if they don't take it back, if they try to make it seem like I'm trying to swindle them or something, they can take everything back that I bought. Walmart is so low vibrational, it don't make no sense. I was in here earlier and I bought this. I on this, and there was nothing in there.
They're gonna go ahead and look it up for you, okay?
They're gonna what?
They're gonna look it up and make sure, and then after that, I'll give you. Someone came in earlier and said this was already open and it was left in it.
That it was already open?
When I got home, there was nothing in the box but the cord.
The cord?
That's the only
Where
thing
did
that
you
was in the
purchase
box.
this? Here at the store?
Yep, at
Do
this
you remember
store.
they took it out of a glass case for you?
No, it wasn't in a glass case.
Well, I already paid it.
Okay. Well, we're not here to
So you wanted to
so
cap?
let's take care of the customer. Okay? Take care of today. We're gonna go take care of it. Yeah, because if it wasn't in a case, then nobody touched it. If it was hanging outside a case, then is that okay? We'll take care of it.
Thank you.
No, you're welcome. Everybody's just doing their job here. Okay.
Thank you. Am I able to just do an exchange? Like, can I go just get another one? I don't know if
Yeah,
there's
go
another
see if
one.
they got it. When you go, well, the easiest thing is just to do a return. Just see it and then to go check because they might not have it back there.
Okay.
Like say they sold out or something, you know. No, but we'll just do that.
So I get to the dang on electronic department to get another one, and as you can see, somebody have already stole the one out of that box too. And as I went through the footage, I noticed that that's what that box looked like. Like they've been hitting this store up. These are so cute. Anywho, so I go to a different Walmart, and baby, this electronic department is not playing. They got dang near everything behind the case, and they had their Bauer lights secured as well.
Thank you.
All right, before we even leave out of the parking lot, let me make sure. It looked like it's closed. But I would just hate to get all the way home, but I don't feel like even ripping off this thing here. But I would just hate to get all the way home and it's not in there. That's gonna piss me off. And I would talk about the people that stole the lights out of those two boxes, but for what? Because I'm not gonna act like, you know, when I was a teenager, I wasn't out here using a 5-finger discount. So that's just my little karma, you know. Karma don't care how long it take to come back and get you, baby. She coming back, and it's like, okay, okay, I'll take that. Ooh, I done tore this box up. All right, the light is in there. Light secured. Let's take it on home. All right. I also saw this little selfie stick and decided to grab that too. And then I went on ahead and started folding clothes because y'all know we will put that on the couch and just leave it there. And then I cleaned out the tub, and then I decided to take myself a little bubble bath. And that is going to be the end of this vlog. Thank y'all for watching. See you next time.